How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today I want to talk to you about something that just added a lot of risk in the market and a lot of volatility in the market. And I'm going to explain why that is. And we're going to see it probably in the next week. So if you don't mind hitting the like button and subscribe button, I really do appreciate that. I just stepped up the game with the microphone here. I've been using my computer earlier, but I think it's time to get back to the microphone. I think it sounds a little bit better, so let me know if you think that's the case down below in the comments section. Now, I do want to thank Margex for sponsoring this video, but more on that later. Now, crypto is pretty much sideways for the day, right? Bitcoin's still around 23,000. It's trading at a slight premium when the market's open and then falls down a little bit usually when the market closes. Although today it did fall a bit because we have some information on U.S. non-farm payrolls, and it soared to 528,000 in July. The expectation was 250,000. Now, this is interesting. It's one of those times where reverse psychology comes in. We also have the amount that people are getting paid also increased faster than expected to about 0.5% as opposed to the expected 0.3%. Again, this is one of those reverse psychology situations you would normally think, oh, that's great. We have more payrolls. That means that more people have employment. That's good for the economy. Now, again, though, we're in a situation where the Fed is going to continue raising rates over the coming months, possibly a year. And this is just one more sign in a lot of people's minds and a lot of investors' mind that the Fed can continue to raise rates, because they don't want to continue to raise rates if it's really hurting and causing a lot of businesses to have to lay employees off and have unemployment go up. They're basically going to continue to raise rates until there's some kind of breaking point. On the other hand, though, right, we have inflation data coming in 5 days on Wednesday of next week. This is where it gets interesting, because in the best case scenario, the economy is still strong, like we're seeing right now, right? People still feel somewhat confident, except for inflation, right? There's still a lot of jobs out there. The best scenario is inflation starts coming down and the economy stays strong, which I think is that next step that a lot of people haven't wrapped their heads around. And of course, some people have, right? If inflation comes down, that's a great sign, but it's also a good sign then that we have a strong labor market. Now, that still increases the probability that the Fed's going to continue raising rates just to make sure that there's enough water on the fire. But this might be that soft landing that the Fed's hoping for, where the economy stays strong, inflation starts coming down. If it comes down aggressively enough, we can still continue to raise rates a couple more times, but then start to slow down. Of course, this is just my opinion, but this could be actually good news in the end. It could be reverse psychology. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section. Let me know if that makes sense. But it's going to be really important to watch next Wednesday when the inflation data comes out. We're expecting it to start trickle down, especially with the fact that energy did fall down over the last month. Elon Musk did say last night too in their shareholders meeting that he predicts a 18-month recession, a mild recession in the US, but they're already starting to see some products, the cost of some products start to come down right now. Now, I do want to talk to you about a project that's doing really well. I want to talk to you about DeFi too, some big lies in DeFi that just came out. And I also want to talk about a big acquisition in the stock market. But before that, I do want to thank Margex. Now, personally, I am more of a fundamental analysis investor. I'm more of a buy and hold investor. I'm not as much of a TA person, but a lot of people get frustrated in this kind of market because we've been going down basically for 9 months. We just bounced off the bottom, and a lot of people want to be able to make money in a market that's going down, which is where you can use Margex to long and short the market. And they also have something called an MP shield, which helps prevent you from unfair price liquidations, right when the price hits the exact amount that it would have to hit to liquidate you. That happens actually a good amount, and it helps prevent unfair liquidations in that way and price manipulation. So Margex allows crypto investors to get access to worldwide crypto markets. Margex has also been nominated by finance magnates for the most user-friendly platform, so even if you're a new trader, it is a great place to start. Now, every investor on Margex can use leverage, so you are able to stretch the power of your dollars. Now, keep in mind that does come with a lot more risk. If you're not an advanced trader, I wouldn't probably do this, but the fact is you can still deposit small amounts as small as $10 and trade with as little as $1. Margex users can pick between cross margin and isolated margin for each trade. Cross margin shares the trader's available balance among all open leverage positions that use cross margin. To open a trade using cross margin, simply head over to the order submission menu and click on the leverage method used either using the pen or by scrolling all the way to the left using the slider. In addition, you'll never find any hidden commissions on Margex, and all deal indicators are on screen and available in real time. Additionally, you'll be able to buy a ton of different cryptocurrencies from Bitcoin to Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, EOS, ADA, Solana, UNA, USD, and you can all deposit this onto the platform to fund your account. Now, I do have a 15% deposit bonus link underneath the video. This is allowed to let you use towards trading fees, so definitely check out the link underneath the video. All you have to do is make a deposit of $300 plus, enter the promo code AFRIEND15, get the bonus of 15% on your deposit, and then start trading without paying for trading fees. Now, to apply that promo code, you actually have to go into your wallet, use promo code, and then type in FRIEND15 and then confirm, and then you're all set. So check out that link, and thank you to Margex for sponsoring this part of the video. Now, I've talked several times about how to go about this bear market, whether it's accumulating more cryptos like Bitcoin, which are very safe, in my opinion, as opposed to some smaller caps, or also if you can invest in new cryptocurrencies and then be able to profit because they do jump pretty quickly. Amazy is one of those projects I've talked about. They did, I believe it was a 20x, 30x, something like that, and they just launched their app. So they have more information on this on their Twitter page. You can go check it out. But their token's still doing really well. It's at 34 cents, I believe. You could have bought it at 2.5 cents. Pay attention to it. This is, again, another strategy for going about this bear market and actually getting some more cash. Now, of course, this is highly risky as opposed to just investing in Bitcoin. But again, a lot of people do it, and it does make a lot of people money if you're able to get access to it. Two brothers faked 10 separate dev identities, accounting for 70% of Solana's 10.5 billion total value locked at its peak. I devised a scheme to maximize Solana's TVL. I would build protocols that stack on top of each other such that a dollar could be counted several times. This is something that is just a problem with DeFi in general. It's really hard to track how much money is looped through the system and leveraged through the system. Kevin actually pointed this out a while ago with stablecoin, that he wasn't sure what kind of risk there is and what kind of leverage risk there is in this ecosystem. And this is one specific problem and one specific example of when this was used. This just came out and it's pretty big news. There's only really possibly 3 or 4 billion in true total value locked. And that's just after these two brothers get taken out of the equation. Who knows who else did this? So just something to pay attention to. You always have to take that into account when you're looking at TVL, that it might be gamified a bit. Now, speaking about gamification and a company that's taking over the world, Amazon. They are buying Roomba in a $1.7 billion deal. Now, I think this makes sense essentially with Amazon's business model, which honestly, they are so successful because they're essentially trying to take out all friction in your buying activities, in your daily activities, right? When you think about Amazon Alexa, being able to turn on music, being able to give voice commands and do things without having to pick anything up, right? We're in an age where people don't even want to pick up their cell phone, which is in their pocket, and navigate to an app. They just want to say something out loud while they're doing other work or while they're, enjoying just their time relaxing. So that, I think, fits with iRobot, the vacuum brand, right? People don't want to have to vacuum their houses. This also makes sense because if they could integrate it, I'm sure they will, where you can tell your Alexa to turn on Roomba and start vacuuming around the room or around the house, could be beneficial. Now, from their perspective too, I'm sure they're trying to get even more data on their users, right? Now they have Alexa, they have the Ring doorbell, I believe, too, and now they have Roomba. They can basically get a lot of information and be able to figure out everything you want before you want it. So I think this makes sense from their perspective. I don't know what kind of multiples they bought it for, but the the reason that they would buy this company makes sense in my mind. They're trying to decrease the friction as much as possible for their consumers. Now, let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. I had to throw in that bit about Amazon just because they are one of my largest holdings as well. And you can see that they're really trying to spend as much cash as possible and reinvest in their business, which can be beneficial in a variety of ways. Now, let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. Again, thank you to Margex. You can check out their information underneath the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.